I want to talk to you about one of the rarest of emotions, contentment, and how attainable it is. Not many people are content. You may feel satisfied in a moment. You may even feel contented in a moment, just for a fleeting moment. But then it's gone, and you're left unsatisfied and maybe even unhappy as a result of that momentary feeling. I just experienced an overwhelmingly powerful wave of contentment, and it has changed me. It's not a coincidence. The other day marked the completion of my 56th orbit around the sun, and that gave me pause for thought. And so here I was today, tending to these beautiful roses, and I was doing it for a utilitarian reason, because I've got 7 peach trees just over there, and they are being attacked, ravaged by Japanese beetles. And then the roses opened a couple weeks ago. And suddenly, all of the beetles were coming here to attack the roses, and they were leaving the peaches alone. And I was so happy. But the roses were struggling because this is a trumpet vine growing up this spire here. And it was completely overgrown here. And so just 1 or 2 roses were popping out. And so once I cut this all away to open this up so the roses can spread and grow more, I initially had only just done this little pocket here where these roses are. But I stopped and I looked at it, and I was going to go off and do one of the 1,000 other jobs that I have to do. Living alone in the forest, there's just constantly so many things that have to be done. It's relentless. And so I intentionally decided I'm going to take the time and I'm going to completely clean out all of the incredible overgrowth. There's a little pile there that you might see a little bit of, but it's all around here. There's huge piles that I've made because this entire area was just thick. Just like over my head here, it was just solid thick. So I decided I'm just going to clean it all out. I don't care if it takes all day. Just because it'll look so much nicer. And it was such a meaningless sort of gesture, because there are so many important things to be done. But this is important too. Taking time to beautify something that makes me feel good. And when I did this, I started to work my way up, and I thought, I'm going to actually eliminate almost all of the overgrowth from this trumpet vine and make it into more like a tree form, just leaving this huge clump way up high. And as I was working my way up, once it got to about my eye level, I found a bird's nest dangling from the vine structure. As I was doing this, well, here behind me, these are yucca. And there used to be one here. But over the years, as I have let the trumpet vine take over because I wasn't willing to spend the time to try to control it, it completely smothered the yucca. And There was no evidence of it at all in the midst of all of this incredible overgrowth of the trumpet vine. And as I was cleaning this out, suddenly I found evidence of the yucca buried in there. And so I carefully and surgically cut around it and removed all of the trumpet vines because it had really grown thick over it. And I found that where there was one yucca, there are now 9. There's a couple young ones right here that just started growing right here. And now that I've opened this up, they're going to thrive. And that's actually an invasive species, but I don't care. Again, I don't care because I want to enjoy it. And when this happened, when I saw these 9 yucca, I've just felt this incredible, like I say, this wave of contentment. And I realized that I have turned a corner in my life where I have given myself permission to just enjoy life and to not feel pressured by all of the endless commitments that I have to take care of all of the various plants and trees and different species and the birds and everything else that I'm caring for here. And just enjoy myself and not worry at all. And now suddenly I feel so free. I'm not even worrying about things like the chestnut blight or all of the different problems that are attacking so many of the tree species here. It is what it is. And I just feel content. I feel content. It's continuous. I am content. It's a choice. It's a choice that you can make too. And maybe you don't have to wait until you're in your 57th year to make that choice. Imagine if instead of stopping to smell the roses, you live to smell the roses.